Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes. Caloocan makes the shot and knocks it down. Malonia is open. 3-point. My goodness! He's a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7 and we are back at the Astrodome in Pasay City kung saan ang ating Thursday triple header will feature top teams in the North Division. In the first game, we have Caloocan Batangang Kalu taking on the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. It's a South Division showdown in the 6 p.m. game as Zamboanga battles Davao Occidental, and in the main game, the two-time defending champions take on the Pasay Voyagers. It's at 8 p.m. so abangan niyo yan. So si Delph Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Of course, Gianna Llanes will be joining us later on. Some good games today, Javi, and we're quite excited, particularly dun sa ating third game.
Exactly, and it's a nice way to send us off before we go into Abra into the weekend.
Let's go to Richard Campos for the starting lineups.
Let's make way for the starting lineups. First, the Caloocan Batangang Kalu. At forward number 24, Brian Enriquez. Guard number 30, Jeff Manday. Point guard number 29, Joko Tayungtong. Playing center number 17, Jesse Sumoda. And at forward number 1, Romel Calahat. The head coach is Mike Sagigit. Assistant coaches Philip De La Cruz and Mark Orias. Team manager Mac Robert De Chandu. Team governor Jeremy Tin. Team owners Dennis Flores and Congressman Oka Malapitan. Starting for the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Playing center number 12, Dave Bernabe. At guard number 15, Nino Ibanez. Point guard number 18, Greg Cunanan. At forward number 23, Mike Alvarez. Power forward number 31, Jeff Habiliunar. Quezon City is led by Martin Go with Jeff Perlas. His assistants are JC Docto and Ricky Reyes. Team manager JC Tan. Referees ball game are
Starting five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Caloocan has Joko Tayungtong, Jeff Manday, Jesse Sumuda, Romel Calahat, and Brian Enriquez. Quezon City naman will start with Vincent Cunanan, Nino Ibanez, Dave Bernabe, Jeff Avillunar, and Mike Alvarez. So, Quezon City and Caloocan. Quezon City 3-9 ang kanilang record, and Caloocan naman 9-4. Begin proceedings here on this Thursday dito sa Pasay Astrodome. Ang bola ng mga nakaputi, Caloocan. Quezon City in their black jerseys. Here's Joko Tayungtong, 8 seconds in the shot clock. Tayungtong, the ball fake, and the runner drops para kay Joko Tayungtong.
This is now the third game of Coach Mike Sagigit under the helm, and so far, so good para sa Caloocan Batangang Kalu. With more days of practice, he has more or less already left his imprint on this team.
That's an offensive foul on Dave Bernabe. Illegal pick. Referee Manuel Binondo calling that one. Kasama niya si Sev Pingol, Karina Martin, and Leonardo Layosa, ang ating officiating crew. Joko Tayungtong, he's been influential this season for Caloocan, Javi.
I definitely agree. He's had a lot more playing time this year. No matter who was the head coach. Kahit na nung panahon pa ni Coach Toto Duhilio tsaka ni Gabby Espinas, and now with Coach Mike Sagigit, he has still gotten a lot of burn. Very consistent still. Ang steady niya kasi, and you know, he gives you not just a guy who can orchestrate the offense and also control what you want to do on the floor, but he can also really play defense and score the basketball as well. Yan ang hindi natin pwede kalimutan.
Yeah, Joko Tayungtong has had a string of strong performances this season. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Mike Alvarez stepping into the starting lineup after not even seeing action against Muntinlupa in their last game.
Jumper from Bernabe is short. Rebound ni Brian Enriquez. Enriquez looks at the rim, fires a three, no good. Sumuda inside. Right-handed hook won't go. Sumuda still with a rock and misses from close range. Agawan ng bola, recovered by Kalahat. Kalahat runs into Javillonar, no. And Quezon City getting the stop. Alvarez again. Masyado malakas sa kanyang tira. Rebound nakuha ni Enriquez. Bigay agad kay Tayungtong.
I thought he could have gotten closer doon si Mike Alvarez. Had a chance to make maybe 1 or 2 dribbles closer to the basket and go stronger to the hoop.
Nice quick swing para dito kay Tayungtong. Jumper from Joko is short. Rebound ni Javillonar. Javillonar. Bigay kay Mike Alvarez. Nearly lost it. Vincent Cunanan. Up against Tayungtong. Cunanan drives right at Tayungtong. Whistle going against Joko. Parehong may mga similarities itong laro ni Tayungtong tsaka ni Cunanan, no?
I definitely agree. Ito si Cunanan, old reliable na ito ni Coach Jeff Perlas sa panahon pa nila sa LPU Pirates. And he's banking on Cunanan once again to be that steady presence in the backcourt. Had a good game in their last matchup against Muntinlupa, although that ended up in a loss. Cunanan had 16 points there.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. It's 3-2. And Cunanan comes up with a steal. 4-on-1 here for Quezon City. Unable to finish. Vincent Cunanan. Rebound nakuha ni Jeff Manday.
Just left it a little short. It could have been easily 2 baskets already in the fast break para sa Quezon City na pareho nila minintis. But good thing they get a stop here. They're forced Caloocan into a turnover.
Couple of steals now for Cunanan, and it leads to an Ibanez 3.
This is a very ragtag squad that UC has this season. Not really a lot of big names, but you sure could expect na lalaban at lalaban every game itong kupunan ni Coach Jeff Perlas.
Inside, Sumuda finally scores. Jesse Sumuda.
Yeah, that's a guy that's been in and out of the active roster for Caloocan this season, pero I'm sure Coach Mike Sagigit wants to try and maximize his capability, especially sa bagong sistema na ini-implement niya dito sa Caloocan.
Well, Nino Ibanez jumper is wet. Ganda ng arc dun sa jumper na yon.
And he's always had good lift as well sa kanyang tira, kaya ang hirap rin na i-challenge ng mga shots niya.
Bilis ang palitan ng baskets dito. Brian Enriquez with the answer on the other end.
You see both teams really trying to play good aggressive defense, but the shots have been falling for both squads.
And try to go in early as well. Parehong kupunan. Ibanez, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Nino takes the jumper, short this time. Rebound ni Jeff Manday.
Good job by Enriquez to really stay in front of Ibanez and prevent him from going inside. Oh.
Jeff Manday, that's his shot right there.
You can't give him that much space. This guy had 11 points in less than 13 minutes in their last game.
And, you know, the first thing that Jeff Manday looks for is the three-point line.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets that basketball. As Bernabe gets the runner to drop.
Manday was 3 out of 4 from the outside in their last game against Imus.
Ibanez nakabantay kay Jeff Manday. They go under the pick. Manday fires a three. No good. Rebound ni Tayongtong. Enrique steps into this three-pointer. That won't go. Manday hustling for the loose ball. Bigay kay Kalahat. A foul on Bernabe. That's number 2 on Bernabe. Kalahat will get 2 free throws. As we bring you this three-point shot from Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
There were already 2 guys down there para sa Quezon City. Actually, tatlo na nga. So 3 black shirts waiting in defense, anticipating a shot from the inside. Manday saw that there was nobody in front of him and just pulled up from beyond the arc.
An early sub here. And Gabriel sees action for the first time, replacing Dave Bernabe.
Gabriel had a very stellar game against Muntinlupa. 23 points para kay John Gabriel. Very efficient from the field as well.
Cervantes gets into the game. 4:20 remaining. Pinalitan niya si Kalahat. That's the first change for Caloocan. Cunanan sees a gap. Swings it over to the corner. Vavillonar with a 3. Oh no, just a long 2 para kay Vavillonar.
What about Cunanan making that play happen? I see now really why there is a similarity to Joko Tayongtong. The way that they attract the defense and facilitate for their teammates.
Manday knocks it down. Ganda ng sagot.
It doesn't take long for him to heat up, no? Hindi niya
bilis.
kailangan ng warm-up.
Ang bilis. And the thing with him is that he can, if he wants to, he can really create his own shot. Kung gusto niya talaga, no? Eto ngayon, mukhang may maganda yung lisensya niya dito kay Coach Mike Sagigit. And Cunanan scores underneath. Kala ko si Joko Tayongtong din yun, Ang drive ni Cunanan nun.
Pareho rin kasi silang malapad for a guard, no?
Whistle going against Jesse Sumuda.
And trying to carve out space there underneath. Gabriel doing a good job of pushing him out.
High percentage shot galing kay Vincent Greg Cunanan. James Ingles comes in. Homegrown player, Caloocan. Used to play for Negros.
That's another scrappy player para sa Caloocan.
Yeah, Palencia and Bonsubre are also in the game. So, only Manday from the original starting 5 ang nandun for Caloocan. Cunanan gets it to Gabriel. That's a 3 off the mark. 14-13. Quezon City with a 1-point lead. A little over 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Manday to Rail Cervantes. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Manday trying to get it back from Rail. It's still Rail Cervantes. Nag-cut si Ingles. He draws the foul against Jerome Santos.
The triple post offense is a perfect system para sa Caloocan Batang Kankalu because of the bevy of big men that they have. And those big men, they know how to create. When you put them on the block or on the elbow at the pinch post, alam nila kung paano the decision.
And Coach Jeff Perlas has requested for a challenge. So we will be right back dito sa Pasay Astrodome.
The challenge of Quezon City was successful.
It's a successful challenge for Coach Jeff Perlas.
Yeah, not much contact. Much marginal contact there. Foul kasi yung unang tawag doon. But Caloocan will keep the basketball still.
Bonsubre finds Manday. 3 again. That's 9 points para kay Jeff Manday.
Already equaling his total from the last game from beyond the arc.
There's got to be a reason why he wears number 30.
That's right.
Kailangan, pag 30 yung number mo, okay, hindi pwedeng, hindi ganyan yung, hindi ka shooter.
Tumpak.
Eh, iniiwasan ko yung mga number na yun.
Mas lalo na ako.
Cervantes, mintis ang kanyang tres.
It would be a mortal sin for you to wear that number and not be able to hit the
Anymore.
three-point shot.
I think it did not have the same until he came along.
Oh, for sure.
You know, we usually, you know, we're talking about the number 30 of Steph Curry. Before, tatay niya lang eh.
Yun na nga eh. It didn't really carry the same weight as he had established in his career right now. I mean, the greatest shooter of all time already at this point. So, you know, wearing that number, definitely you have to be able to have a very nice touch from the arc.
Pressure si Ray De La Rosa, 30 din.
Oo nga, no?
Pero, alam naman natin, shooter din naman yan.
Correct.
Santos drives and a possible three-point play coming up para kay Jerome Santos.
Santos is a very versatile player that Coach Jeff Perlas likes to have on his team.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, official title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Because he has a wide offensive arsenal. He can attack, but he can also hit the shot from the outside. Defensively, he can guard multiple positions.
Have you another three? Yes, sir. He is sizzling at the moment. 20-16. 12 points para kay Jeff Manday. 4 3-pointers para sa kanya. De La Rosa, bagsak si Manday. Santos, back to De La Rosa. Another 3. This time, it doesn't work. Watch out for Manday here.
De La Rosa definitely has to get a body on Jeff Manday. Huwag na siya humelp dito.
Bonsubre underneath. Masyadong malakas ang kanyang layup. Manday asking to be subbed off. Oh. Manday, another 3. No. Muntik na.
That was almost halfway down. Good line. Alam mo yung tira niya, medyo may similarity rin kay Curry.
Yeah, I think the quick release is very evident there. And Jeff Manday leading the way for Caloocan, but they're only up by 2 with 11 seconds remaining in the first period. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. And we are back dito sa Pasay Astrodome. 19-17. Final crack at the basket para dito sa Quezon City here in the first period.
That's Caloocan's last foul to give.
Ervin Palencia giving up that foul. 19-17. 6 seconds remaining. Jason straight to Santos. Santos will fire and good line, but that was too strong para kay Jerome Santos, and that will do it for our first period as Caloocan with a 2-point lead behind the hot shooting of Jeff Manday.
4 3-point shots all in the first quarter. He played all minutes except for a few seconds in that opening frame. He really lit it up, whether it was an open look in transition or even if it was challenged right there by Jason Strait. Did his best there to try and catch up on the shot. But despite the hot shooting, Quezon City is only down by 2 points here at the end of the first 10 minutes.
Welcome back to Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Grateful daw is an understatement pagdating sa pagpapasalamat ni Coach Mike Sagigit sa posisyon niya ngayon bilang head coach ng Caloocan. But he does share getting the team's last 2 wins is reassurance for him that he is deserving of the job. Ibinahagi ni Coach Mike na isa sa pinakamahirap na adjustment para sa kanya ay ang pagpili ng starting lineup. In his words, sa isang posisyon, may at least 3 options ako kung sino ang ilalagay. Kaya hindi talaga ako mapakali. Kinakausap ko talaga yung mga hindi ko masyadong nabibigyan ng playing time dahil alam nilang lahat na deserving sila. He adds that he is taking one thing from the previous teams he's coached here in the MPBL and implementing it to Caloocan, and that is that the game of basketball is not just the X's and O's. It's about the fact that whatever happens, they'll get through it together. Back to you, Sidelf and Javi.
Thank you so much, Gianna. And I know Coach Mike has been a veteran of so many battles, and we've seen him blossom into a really formidable coach dito sa MPBL. 46% shooting for Caloocan, 35% for Quezon City. 3-point shooting, I think that should be the other way around. 4 of 9 ang Caloocan.
Yeah, and all 4 of those coming from Jeff Manday para sa Batang Kankalu. It was really the turnovers of the Batang Kankalu that helped Quezon City draw nearer to them in that first quarter despite the torrid shooting of Manday.
They keep it alive. Gabriel has it. And a foul whistled on Palencia. That's number 2 and Irvin Palencia. And Alvin Beichong is coming in for June Bunsubre.
As compared to Caloocan, who already got 12 points from Jeff Manday, itong Quezon City, their scoring has been spread out.
And Gabriel knocks down the free throw.
Isa to si John Gabriel sa maraming MPBL players this season that have experienced a resurgence in their careers.
Yeah, free throw of the game brought to you by Trio Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Yun nga yung pwedeng team ng Season 7, no? Resurgence.
Yep, dami.
Actually.
Para pwede mo sabihin, return to greatness.
Mismo, actually.
Well, they've been, guys like J.R. Alabanza, we've seen them get back into even better form. Probably, they're Val Acuña, diba?
Tama, si Val Acuña.
All resurgence team.
Mismo. I think we should have an award for that.
Here's John Gabriel, Jerome Santos. Nice matchup here with Paul Sanga. They go to the corner. Diaz, Franz drives, draw pass, straight. Nakapwesto na.
Tight defense by Caloocan, but Diaz finding a way on that baseline and straight beating his man to the cut.
Valencia, Cabanag, Jeramer drives middle. The kick out to Real. Cervantes attacking ni Real. Too strong on the layup. Offensive rebound. Beichong, the kick out. Jeramer for 3. Yes.
Just a little hesitation. Didn't know that he was that wide open. Medyo nagulat siguro siya, but still knocks it down. And you see the ball movement of the Caloocan Batang Kankalu. They're really moving that basketball around.
Gabriel misses. Rebound is straight. The kick out. Rai De La Rosa with a 3.
Finally getting something to drop from the outside. De La Rosa missed his earlier attempt in the first quarter. That was an open look.
Jeremy Cabanag gets it to Paul Sanga. Sanga, a 3 again.
Yeah, this system that they are playing, the triangle offense, is nothing new to them, to Paul Sanga and Rael Cervantes, because ito rin ang sistema na tinakbo ni Coach Glenn Capasso when he was with FEU, kasama si Coach Louie Gonzalez.
John Gabriel, both teams seeing good openings sa depensa ng isa't isa. No?
Yeah.
They've been converting here in the second period, 26-24.
But they're doing it because of the quick ball movement and the quick reaction time that they counter with the defense that is being shown to them.
The assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Hindi nagtatagal yung bola sa isang tao for more than 5 seconds.
Pass to self para kay Jeramer Cabanag.
Kung kailan pa siya hindi nag-hesitate, ano?
The one time that he had to use the fake. That's turnover number 7 for Caloocan. Only 3 so far for Quezon City.
Yeah, that's really been the problem of the Batang Kankalu. That's why Quezon City has been able to even take the advantage right now. They're up by 4 points after that score.
Diaz able to score against Irvin Palencia. Now Tayong Tong has been called from the bench. Still no Chris Bitoon for Caloocan. He's saying that he's going to need a week or 2 to recover from that injured groin.
He's missed, what, 5 games already?
4 games. But Caloocan is fine.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, they have a bevy of talent in every position. Ngayon pa nga lang, nagkakaproblema na si Coach Mike sa kanyang rotation kung sino ipapasok niya. What more pag bumalik pa si Chris Biton? But certainly a good problem to have if you're the head coach.
Manlangit comes up with a steal. Jeramer. Sanga. Down low. Manlangit going for the reverse. Too strong. Nakuha ni Franz Diaz. Gabriel. The handoff to Jerome Santos. Santos able to find Gabriel. Nag-help si Manlangit. A foul on JJ.
I just love the flow that we're seeing from both teams. Really moving that basketball, which is how it should be if they really want to get good looks. Unselfish play from both squads. You're seeing even if there's the difference in experience, Quezon City being the younger team, they're really trying to keep in step here. In fact, they hold this 3-point lead.
Diaz to Vincent Cunanan. Quick hands by JJ Manlangit. And it's 6 seconds ang natitira dito. The shot clock ng Quezon City. Coach Jeff Perlas wants to talk things over. Under 6 minutes to play. Quezon City ahead by 3 against Caloocan. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City. Mason straight with a new hairstyle. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Mr. Batas ni Matias, Ronnie Matias.
Parang nagulat pa.
Nagulat siya. Ano kayang nakita nila na hindi ko alam? Sabi ni Ronnie Matias. Inside they go. That's Jason Strait.
Off the timeout, Caloocan going back to a man-to-man from that zone that they had before the timeout and trying to bring the feather of the QC team. But Coach Jeff Perlas making that play accordingly to the defense.
Here's Manlangit. Wild pass. Nakuha ni Cabanag in the lane. Fading away. No good. Rebound. Jerome Santos. Straight. Bigay kay Cunanan. And Gabriel, the pass just beyond him.
Oo, medyo mali yung angulo ng pasa.
Beichong, the push shot. All the way from the hip to the top of the head para kay Alvin Beichong.
Yeah, Alvin Beichong will always be a serviceable big man here in the MPBL. You know, not just because of his ability to defend the other bigs, but also yung ability niya to score up close.
Almost the three galing kay John Gabriel. He misses though. And Jeff Manday will check in the next dead ball. Sanga. Jumper. Paul Sanga.
For other players, that would be considered a bad shot. But for Paul Sanga, even if the defense was draped all over him, walang problema.
He got his rhythm with a dribble there. Diaz, that ball taken away. Ooh, is that a backcourt violation? Hindi, no?
Hindi, nabitawan eh.
Sanga. Quick release from Paul Sanga. Did not hit from beyond the arc. May foul on JJ Manlangit, and that means we have a change in the squads. Jason Puray, Dave Bernabe, Nino Ibanez, and Jeff Avillonar are in the game together with Vincent Conanan. Manday comes in as Cabanag sits. 30-29, Quezon City with a 1-point lead. Bernabe, binigay kay Vincent Conanan. Bernabe inside, nice fake. And the finish galing kay Dave Bernabe.
The plays that Conanan has made possible for his teammates today is simply amazing. They're really putting them in positions na titira na lang sila. You see here, 18 inside points for Quezon City against the Caloocan team, who is supposed to be more dominant inside.
Nice hesitation move. Joko Tayuntong throws the D as he also stopped on that dribble. It's a 1-point lead for Quezon City. Ibanez up against Manday. Avillonar, the handoff back to Ibanez. 6 seconds to work with. Conanan drives right at Beichong. Whistle going against Caloocan.
And once again, Conanan making the right decision on the right read.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
At that time, Bernabe faked the screen and decided to just slip inside. Naunahan niya sa posisyon, and Conanan making that nice pass. This time, Conanan saw that the read was coming and Beichong was on him, took him to the basket.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Gianna Llanes.
Ibinahagi ni Vincent Conanan na 6 to 9 a.m. daw ang ensayo ng Quezon City, but his training doesn't end there. At 10 a.m., he immediately goes to his personal training with Coach Jolo Tamayo. Then in the afternoon, it's weights and a light jog for him. Amidst all that, ang pinakagusto daw i-improve ni Vincent ay ang kanyang perimeter shot. In his words, konting players lang kasi sa Pilipinas ay nakakagawa ng perimeter shot. Pag nagawa at na-master ko yun, mas lalo akong mahirap bantayan. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gianna. So, things to work on. The in-between game para kay Vincent Conanan. Very important in this day and age where everyone wants to go for the three and the layup. But of course, it's not bad to have a lot of things in your bag, of
Siyempre
course.
naman, yun ang mas okay if you can do a lot more stuff than just focusing on one thing.
Tropang true focus ka, edi marami ka talaga meron sa backpack mo.
I certainly agree. Like this guy who already is a very natural shooter on his own, Paul Sanga, training it from beyond the arc.
Timeout on the floor, 34-32, Caloocan with a 2-point lead.
Quezon, number 1 team defensively. That will be tested dahil nga ang daming sandata. Ito Mark Yee for 3. It's good. Libre si David. Shot is good.
Fidel Fuentes, nalibre si Sarao. Beautiful two-man game. Fuentes, yes!
Joe Serrano pivots his way inside using the glass. Dario splits the lead. Second, Dario!
Alonso! Oh! A rim rocker! Mabigat to for Quezon.
That's mga nakakatakot lang dito sa atin. I don't think they've peaked yet.
Okay. Sa bundok ng Abra, ang laban na yan. Sa Sabado, abangan nyo yan mga kaliga. Abra versus Quezon at the Andres Biernas Memorial Gym in Bangued. 8 p.m. tip-off for that one. There's a couple of games before that, including Pangasinan versus Batangas. And that's another good one right there.
I certainly agree. Kung gaano kataas yung altitude dyan sa Abra, ganyan lang kataas ang intensity na makikita natin sa action on Saturday.
I'm sure the fans in Abra,
Oh.
mga Abreños, are looking forward to that. Of course, Kong Mayor JB Bernos will be hosting us there.
And they always accommodate as well there. Yung mga fans doon very passionate rin. Kaya ang sarap rin mag-cover doon kasi talagang ramdam na ramdam mo yung energy. Kahit pag first game pa lang eh.
Oh, and then, you know, gusto ko yung court doon eh.
Yeah.
Ang linis, ang ganda ng markings nila doon. No? May logo ng team sa gitna ng half court.
And I understand that there is a new arena that they are building, an even bigger one.
I think so. Na pinakita ni Kong Mayor JB yun last year eh. Hopefully, you know, in the near future, makakalaro din yung MPBL doon. Kunanan inside. Took it to Joko Tayungtong there.
Lots of really nice matchups in this game. You know, Kunanan versus Tayungtong.
And Paul Sanga has not stopped shooting.
Taking the mantle now from Jeff Manday, who was sizzling hot in the first quarter. Now it's Sanga's turn to heat up. Alam mo, bihira na lang natin makita in the past seasons na talagang uminit si Paul Sanga. But he's much more consistent this year. And he's also getting a lot more opportunity to showcase what he can do from beyond the arc.
Humingi pa ng foul dito si Paul Sanga. Shoot na nga yung tres mo eh, Paul eh. 11 points for Paul Sanga. Outstanding off the bench, Paul Sanga. What a luxury to have. Abby.
For sure.
May Manday ka, may Sanga ka. Yung ibang team, wala nga masyadong shooter eh. Ikaw, dalawa.
At saka ang maganda sa kanila, you know, with this veteran crew that Coach Mike has is they're already at the point of their careers where wala na sila masyadong kailangan patunayan yung mga veterano. So they will just do everything for the betterment of the team. Kung ano yung inihingi ni Coach Mike na gawin, yun din ang gagawin nila. They're making the young guys star here para sa Batang Kangkalu.
Puray to Bernabe, Ibanez, floater, yes.
This is a young guy who has been on the rise here in the MPBL.
Nino Ibanez with 7 points. We're tied at 37. With under a minute to play, they gambled on the steal. That left Ibanez wide open. 52 seconds left here in the first half. Tied game. Quezon City, their next 3 games will be up against Pasig City on June 2. June 12 is a date with the Bataan Risers. The Abra Weavers are next with on June 23. Coach Jeff Perlas, his team has undergone a lot of changes over the years. You know, itong franchise ng Quezon City, iba-iba naging mukha nito eh. No? Nagsimula to Quezon City Capitals, first 2 seasons. And Joko Tayungtong was even part of that team.
Correct.
Early on. Sanga trying to save it. It ends up as a turnover. Oh, big hit there. Valencia had to give up the foul.
Yung naging profile ng QC dati, matitindi yung mga gwardya nila eh. Alvin Alday, Hesed Gabo,
Joko Tayungtong,
Yoko Tayungtong,
Mon Mabayo, Jay Collado, yung big men naman nila. Gian Abrigo.
It was a very high-scoring team.
They were fun to watch.
They were fun to watch. I agree.
Puraya at the line.
But you know, this QC team right now, I think it's also something that people from QC can be proud of. Despite their record, it doesn't really speak for the kind of effort that they've been showing this season. They've lost a lot of games, pero lumalaban sila each game. Hindi naman ganun kalayo yung margin of defeats nila.
38-37, Quezon City regaining the lead. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. A steal, nearly. Oh, that's off. Beityong. It's black ball, sabi ni referee Manuel Binondo.
Makikita mo rin na maganda rin yung naging samahan nila dito. You see them really caring for each other and really egging on each other, encouraging them from the bench.
So that's turnover number 10.
Oh, Coach Mike Sagigit is on the floor. That should be a tech.
Ayaw ni Alvin kasi sumagot eh. Sana sumagot ka. Nagalit tuloy si Coach Mike sa referee. Puray, shot clock down to 1. Ibanez fires. No, and that's a 24-second shot clock violation. Hindi mahirap eh pag ayaw umawi ng player mo. hindi tumitingin hindi ka tumitingin.
Siyempre kasi ayaw mo rin madamay doon sa galit ng coach mo. Minsan, nangyari na rin sa akin yan dati.
Kahit ako eh, parang...
Lalo na siyempre pag di ka masyado nakakalaro, tapos sa-stuck ka pa sa ganyang sitwasyon. Ako!
Valencia gets it to Cabana. Corner 3 won't go. Puray with time. And that will do it sa ating first half of action dito sa Pasay Astrodome. The Batangkang Kalu and the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. It's been a tight contest all throughout. Paul Sanga and Jeff Manday combining for 23 points. Sanga doing it in the second period after Manday hit 12. Sanga has 11 in the second quarter. But it's Quezon City in command, 38-37.
Is annihilating Oscar De La Hoyas. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching gun. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Kayo ay nanonood pa rin po ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Ako po si Gianna Lianes at ito ay halftime ng ating first game of the day dito sa Cuneta Astrodome. It is between Caloocan and Quezon City. The score is 38-37 in favor of Quezon City. At kasama ko ngayon ang kanilang team manager, Sir JC Tan. Sir JC, sabi nga ng ating panel that your team had a lot of winnable games. Talagang lumalaban kayo, and now that you're up by 1 point, if ever you win this game by a very strong Caloocan, what would this mean to you?
Every game means a lot, starting here, no? Because we're running for that 10th spot, that playoff spot. And I know maraming winnable games, but this game is really important since it's Caloocan, same division. And kaya namin, since up naman kami ng by 1, you just have to keep the score close. Kasi yun yung advantage namin sa dulo. Pag fourth quarter, we have fresh guys, mga batang guys. And pag close yung game sa dulo, I think we can win it.
And we have actually witnessed a Quezon City team from the very first season of the MPBL, but this season in particular, as you mentioned, you have very young, fresh guys. Ano yung nakikita mo sa potential ng inyong koponan even for the seasons to come?
The potential is high, starting with the coaching staff. We really invested sa coaching staff since nag-revamp yung team. And kung mapapansin yung core namin ngayon, handled by our coaching staff since nung college days. And sa ngayon, di pa nagmamaterialize, but we're going there. It's a matter of time na lang. They have to stick sa system and follow sa mga coaching staff talaga. Discipline.
And we're definitely looking forward to that. I know that there are a lot of people supporting your team. Sino naman po ang gusto nyong pasalamatan?
Of course, kahit mga sponsors lang namin, Galleries, Tower, Grand Taipan, JNT Plastics. Yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was Sir JC Tan, the team manager of the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Ibabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Pasay Astrodome kung saan ang Quezon City ay lamang ng isa against the Caloocan Batang Kaloo. And even with the hot shooting of Jeff Manday and Paul Sanga, Javi, Quezon City finding ways with their offense, no, hinahanap nila ang high percentage shot, and they've turned the ball over less than Caloocan.
You're right. 22 inside points para sa kanila, so they didn't really have to rely too much on the 3-point shot compared to the Batang Kaloo, who we maybe expected going into this game with the talented big man that they have and the system that they now play with, na sila ang kakamada sa loob. But Jeff Manday and Paul Sanga have given them different reasons to veer away from the painted area. But it's also their turnovers that have been a problem in this game. Kaya ang Quezon City, they're holding on to this slim advantage at halftime.
28-37. Coach Mike Sagigit is the man at the helm with Caloocan right now. And he has Jeff Manday and Paul Sanga combining for 23. And Tayong Tong and Cabana combining for 7. And these are all backcourt players, Javi. And you know, itong Caloocan really known for the strength of their front line. Although wala ngayon si Gabby Espinas, wala rin si Ronnie Matias. But you do expect more from the big men of Caloocan. Quezon City, on the other hand, has Nino Ibanez leading a balanced attack with 7 points. And a slew of players with 4 points each right there. And tingnan natin if Quezon City can keep this up and pull off an upset here. And right at the top of the North Division, Javi, alam natin kung gaano kasikip dyan, no? And one loss here or there can mean you're either at number 2 or number 3, and you're suddenly down at number 6 or number 7.
Ganun katindi yung team standings ngayon. In both divisions, actually, many people think na syempre masikip sa North. That's what we knew about coming into the season with the rosters that we saw on paper. But the Southern Division has given us so many surprises as well.
Oo, actually. Well, Zamboanga actually is quite a surprise with the revamp.
Pero alam mo, agree kasi ako dun sa sinabi ni Coach Christian that Zamboanga is perhaps the hardest working team right now.
Absolutely. And they will be in action later on. Talk about Zamboanga, probably someone who came out of the off-season really prepared, Abdul Sawat.
Definitely. One season already under his bag, or 2 seasons actually, already played for Batangas. And after having that experience, he's now more equipped. He's already adjusted to the physicality of the league after his stint with UE in the UAAP. And he's really accepted his role as the guy that's practically gonna do it all for the Zamboanga Sikat. Kung ano ang kailangan ni Coach Egay at saka ni Coach Bong sa sahig, yun ang ibibigay ni Abdul. Whether it's scoring, passing, rebounding, playing defense, doesn't matter. He's ready for anything.
38-37. Quezon City turning the ball over. We sort of need an MPBL podcast. Ano nangyayari sa atin right now? Tanungin natin si Boss Joe Ramos kung pwede tayo mag-MPBL podcast.
Kahit every week lang.
Oo, dami natin pag-uusapan doon.
Mismo. And that gives the fans, an opportunity to catch up also on the game. Siyempre, ang daming games, hindi rin naman yan lahat mapapanood ng mga fans natin.
Hey, can you imagine where, parang, 3, 6, 9, 18 games.
Yeah.
A week.
In a week. I'm not surprised that if in the future, magkaroon na rin tayo ng MPBL League Pass. Sa dami ng laro natin.
Kailangan may mag-subscribe doon. Here comes Ervin Palencia with a step back jumper. Nasa labas na. According to, a foul.
Yeah, it's a foul.
On Havillonar.
Bailout call there para sa Caloocan. Not really a good shot taken there by Palencia on the right side. Quezon City has done a good job of really pushing Caloocan out of the shaded area still.
Kalahat, binigay kay Jeff Manday. Kunanan is right there, staying in front. Kananan using force forced that turnover.
And I thought that Jeff Banday wouldn't be bothered by any player here in the league. You know, the way that he's been able to bring down the basketball and protect it while he's handling it. But that time, Cunanan forcing him to ward off.
38-37. Here's Vincent Greg Cunanan. Mike Alvarez with a jumper. Too strong. Rebound. Nakuha ni Jeremiah Cabanag. Palencia, Cabanag, Cervantes, Kalahat, and Manday. The 5 on the floor for Caloocan. Look at Cabanag drive and miss. And Real Cervantes able to finish underneath.
That's a guy that Quezon City has to be wary of. Not really much of an impact in the first half, but Real Cervantes, we know what he can do as Bernabe answers quickly.
Nice setup job there by Vincent Greg Cunanan. Rail gives it to Manday. Jeff to Irvin. The swing to Cervantes. Cabanag shot fake. Cabanag the reverse.
This is a very gutsy move on the part of Coach Jeff Perlas. Going to a zone, alam niya na mataas na naging percentage ng Caloocan from the three-point line. But he is using this zone to really try and influence the Batang Kakalo to still keep shooting three-point shots.
This is the Grixer great move of the game, born for greatness.
At that time, that zone unable to prevent a drive to the basket by Jeremiah Cabanag.
There's a turnover for Quezon City. May have been a foul actually. Cervantes, quick spin and a finish. Cervantes extends the lead, 43-40.
Went to the baseline where there was no help coming. Quick move. Offense not really settled yet and went straight to the basket. Ito si Real Cervantes.
Kalahat is whistled for the personal. Gabriel returns for Bernabe. Check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor in the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Goes to the part of the court kung saan walang pwedeng dumaan na double team. Ito si Real Cervantes. All 4 points in this game here in this third quarter.
Santos drives. Whistle against Real Cervantes. Magsak si Irvin Palencia doon. Quezon City really smart with the way they've been running things offensively.
Very calculated, you know, not really trying to force anything within their purview.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 6 of 12 at the line so far ang Galleries Taipan. 0 for 2.
That's something that they're going to need to work on as we progress here in this game. If this continues to become a tight one until the end, that's going to be something that they will definitely look back on.
Well, there seems to be a conscious effort, Javi, to get the ball inside the paint. Now we see a lot of paint touches and Romel Kalahat scoring underneath to make it a 5-point lead.
I'm sure Coach Mike Sagigi touched on that during their halftime huddle dahil alam naman niya that they have the strength to do that inside the shaded area and he wants to maximize the talent that they have.
Gabriel has to fire, air ball. Manday. Binigay kay Palencia. Nobody diving to the basket and Manday. That was halfway in for Jeff Manday. Ibanez. Foul given up by Cabanag.
And I think what Coach Mike Sagigit wants to avoid, you know, with more attempts from the outside here in the third quarter is because when it's a long rebound, Quezon City has a better chance of running. And Caloocan hasn't really been doing a good job of catching up in transition to Quezon City in this game.
Under 6 minutes to play. 5 ang lamang ng Caloocan. Quezon City struggling here in the third. Diaz to Jerome Santos. Up fake, drop pass. And Gabriel puts it in, plus the foul.
Well, what about Jerome Santos in this game, Sidelf? Really attacking the basket and drawing the defense. See here, attacking the closeout that was Casin and dropping it off to John Gabriel.
A nice play there for Quezon City. Meanwhile, let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Si Dolphin Javi, kakaiba daw ang MPBL experience para kay John Gabriel this season dahil dito daw talaga sa QC, siya ang kuya John ng lahat. He shares that off-season pa lang, nililigawan na siya ng QC management to play with them, which reassures him that he is the core of the team. Syempre, this motivates him to improve. Since day one, si Mark Fingris daw ang pinaka-inidolo niyang player, adding that he admires his hustle. And for this season specifically, John is doing the extra work now to improve his three-point shooting. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna and John Gabriel. And as Javi mentioned, part of that all-resurgence team.
Indeed.
Kaya, it's nice to feel wanted as well, Javi.
For sure. I mean, for a veteran like him, feeling that the team that really wanted him off-season pa lang, talagang gaganahan ka ulit.
Kalahat has 4 points, a couple of rebounds, and a couple of assists as well. Gabriel with a rebound. Straight 3-point lead for the Batang Kangkalu. De La Rosa against Cabanag. Gabriel laban kay Cervantes. The handoff to Santos. It's a 3. No, good timing there for Straight. And a foul. Who's it gonna be? Kalahat. Second foul. But Caloocan is already over the limit, so free throws yan para kay Jason Straight.
Caloocan has given up a lot of fouls in this game, and they've gotten into penalty situation the past 2 quarters early in the period. Ganun din nangyari sa kanilang second quarter. Around this time also, sila nakapasok sa penalty situation. But Quezon City hasn't been able to capitalize on their free throws, shooting only 7 out of 15.
1 for 2 para kay Straight. Cabanag all the way to the cup. He'll get the roll.
Attacking the press there, just going all the way. Dinaan ng lahat. Parang cones. Itong si Jeremy Cabanag.
Ball poked away. Santos recovers. Diaz, the crossover. The runner off the glass. No good. Casin. Caloocan speeding things up here in the third. Behind the back, Palencia. Looking for Kalat. Natapik ni Gabriel. Diaz has it. Inantay si Straight. Straight, spin. And a finish. Galing kay Jason Straight.
I like how Diaz recognized that they didn't have the advantage in terms of numbers. Waited. And here he gets the trailing Jason Straight, who spins away from the smaller Cabanag and attacks the helping Real Cervantes, finishing through the contact.
Jason Straight at the line, trying to complete a 3-point play. He does. 8 points and 4 boards para kay Jason Straight. And Quezon City pulls to within 1 here. A little over 4 minutes to play in the third. Tayong Tong goes to Casin. Sanga fires. Short. Rebound Kalahat. Yes, plus the foul.
Yeah, Straight did a good job of really making Paul Sanga think twice about that open shot that he had on the left corner, but nobody putting a body on Romel Kalahat. Gabriel was behind Romel on that rebounds play. Easy pickings for the young buck, Romel Kalahat.
Romel Kalahat completes the 3-point play as well. Coach Jeff Perlas wants to talk things over. Under 4 minutes to play, they're down by 4 against Caloocan. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay. That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. Ayaw umalis ng cameraman eh. Pinakaway ng paulit-ulit eh. Galing talaga ng mga cameraman natin. Tsaka yung mga si Direk, si GP.
The unsung heroes.
Oh, hindi nyo po sila masyado nakikita. Pero boses na po namin at mukha namin na nakikita nyo. Pero andyan din po sila.
Hindi rin namin magagawa yung mga trabaho namin na maayos kung wala sila dyan.
Oo.
They are the reasons.
Mga nasa OB van dyan.
Sila ang mga totoong bayani. Sila ang mga totoong
para daw sa'yo
bayani.
yun, Navi.
Ha?
Yung shot na yan para daw sa'yo.
Bakit na naman ako nadamay? Nananahimik ako dito.
Para daw sa akin eh. Ayoko tanggapin. Yung Tong inside the paint. Was there a foul or kanino yun?
It looks like he got a little winded. Might have been hit somewhere near the midsection.
It's on straight though.
There really is a conscious effort to attack the shaded area, as you've mentioned earlier. We've touched on it also at the start of the quarter. They really want to go for those higher percentage shots.
Assistant Coach Gabby Espinas, Josh Flores, and Omar Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Hindi ko na nakikita si Omar naglalaro masyado, no?
Siya na yung bagong manager daw.
Talaga?
Yun lang binibiro
Pero siya
ko.
nagpapa-warm up kanina.
Siya ngayon nagpapa-warm up kanina eh.
Okay din yan maglaro, ha? Galing din yan, ha?
Oh, talagang masipag din yan. I think he's also trying to explore the possibility of coaching someday.
Okay. Oh, what a move, though. Jason Straight.
Expanding his game. The confidence has really been boosted here in this quarter para kay Jason Straight.
Bonsubre. Ang lakas na pasa. Ang ganda ng tapos. Galing kay Romel Kalahat. Nakita mo yung pasa na yun.
Talagang matindi yung pagbato eh.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Joko Tayong Tong hit his head on the floor.
Kind of ricocheted.
Oh man, that was there was a lot of force on that one.
Ooh, yeah. Natamaan ni
Kasi
Vince
that was
Cashin, yeah.
accidental,
Yeah.
and he's shaking that off. But my goodness,
Yeah, that got everybody in here nervous. A good thing he looks okay
yeah, he has to ice that.
for sure.
Oh, tough as nails. Ito si Joko Tayong Tong.
One of the toughest that we've seen here in the league for sure. No doubt about it.
Balik na si Jeff Manday and Paul Sanga.
Wow, he didn't even take 5 minutes on the floor.
Wala. Ayaw niya ma-delay ang coverage, Chabi.
Wala pa nga 2 minutes rin eh.
Oo. Mas mabilis pa sa review. Play up ni Roel Kalahat is good. And now Caloocan with the biggest lead now. With their biggest lead at 7, Navi.
Yeah, this is really the time for them to start dominating this game, making the better decisions, not relying much on the three-point shot. And their defense also has really turned up a notch here in the third quarter.
The travel on straight. So, bola mapupunta sa Caloocan. Check out the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Bonsubre with the assist.
Ganun nakatinding offensive threat ngayon si Jun Bonsubre na
Eto
talagang
matindi.
nakakadraw na siya ng tatlong defender.
Ito matindi. Slow-mo yun, pero ang bilis pa rin ng pasa. Sanga for 3. That won't go. Rebound. 4-4. Nakuha ni Bonsubre. Kalahat inside. And Ooh! Kalahat and Gabriel trying to get themselves reacquainted with each other.
Well, I don't really know where that started.
Must be the hard foul. And then, oh,
Mukhang natamaan sa mukha rin kasi si Cora.
hulaan mo sa review na to. So there's the foul.
Ayun,
Yun.
may second motion.
No look. No.
Nakatingin pa sa basket eh. Tapos biglang binaba na lang yung kamay.
Nadaanan pa ni Kome. Yung pangyayari. Ang matindi doon talaga. Patay mali siya yung pag ano eh.
O yun na nga. Tapos kasi natamaan pa siya ng bola nun after si Kalahat. Kaya siguro feeling niya 2 beses siya tinamaan.
So they're still reviewing this. 1:45 remaining in the third. We're trying to make light of the situation here. Pero alam naman natin, painit na yung laban natin. Lalo na dito sa third quarter, marami ng physicality na nakikita natin. Lalo na when Caloocan started to pound it inside the paint.
Quezon City has been trying to implement some backcourt pressure, a 2-2-1 zone press. Sometimes it's a 1-2-1-1, but it has really
Foul,
allowed
number
Caloocan
1,
to
John
attack
Gabriel.
that press
The
and
second.
finish inside.
Unsportsmanlike foul on John Gabriel for excessive hard contact. That's his third.
So no call on Kalahat, ha?
No, there is no call on Kalahat, but sportsman-like foul on
So
Gabriel.
he'll get 4 free throws here.
Yeah, kasi for
Plus
the foul.
Plus ball possession. Apat yan. I think that's number 3 on Gabriel.
You know, on a team that has Real Cervantes, Gabi Espinas, and Ronnie Matias, all these other talented bigs, it's very impressive how Romel Calahat has risen to become one of the bright stars of this Caloocan squad. Second leading scorer this season, 9.4 points per game behind Chris Biton.
13 now for Romel. 12 here in the third quarter. So what a half it has been so far para kay Calahat. 3 for 3 so far sa trip na to.
This guy's a 70.5% free throw shooter this season. Ito si Romel Calahat.
So Calahat goes 4 for 4. Now has 15 in the game. 14 here coming in the third period. Caloocan has pulled away here slowly but surely. 11-point lead. Palencia rises. Could not convert. Ball is loose. Bonsubre saving it to Manday. Irvin. Back to Jeff. Jogi Laude is in the game. Manday will drive. The drop. Calahat! What a quarter para dito kay Romel Calahat. 16 of his 17. And Caloocan is up by 13.
Talagang minamando na lang dito ng opensa ng Caloocan itong depensa ng QC. They're having their way. They're driving inside. Wala na yung naging pressure ng QC on top. And whatever it was in the first quarter and in the second period, nawala na talaga yung bangis.
13-point lead. Palencia. Calahat. Good position again for Romel Calahat. 18 points here in the third.
And you see how Quezon City is a step late in reacting to the reads of Caloocan. Palencia has done a good job of quarterbacking here along with this guy, Jeff Manday, attracting the defense, and then nobody helping the helper there. Berberabe was late to get to Romel Calahat, and here getting the nice pass from Irvin Palencia on that flare, going inside, finishing the basket once again. Sterling performance for Calahat here in the third quarter.
Caloocan asserting their might dito sa ating third quarter. This guy in particular, 18 of his 19 points here coming in the third period for Romel Calahat. He has almost single-handedly outscored Quezon City. Quezon City only 11 points here in the quarter. And kaya lumobo na rin tong lamang ng Caloocan to 15. Puray will fire. That won't go. Palencia with a rebound. Final shot of the quarter para dito sa Caloocan. There's a lot of questions. There were a lot of questions there at the end of the first half kung masustain kaya ditong Quezon City. Obviously, they were unable to sustain that charge in the first half as Caloocan, Batang Kangkalu have really taken control of this ball game. Check out the highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Caloocan giving us a different look here in the third and how strong they can be when they pound it inside the paint, Javi.
Only 6 points inside the paint in the first 2 quarters. Now they have tied Quezon City at 28 points inside that shaded area. Primarily their weapon of choice in that third quarter. Big reason why they are up by this big at the end of 3, 66 to 49.
Back here at the Astrodome in Pasay City. These are our fans of the game, brought to you by LGR Sportswear.
David Morel.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hindi ko na, alam mo, nakikita ko lang siya, naka-uniform siya pang basketball kasi happy. I haven't seen him around.
Sino kaya ang sinusuportahan niya dito?
I think the girl on the right is the wife of Brian Enriquez.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Maybe Brian.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Pavillonar launches and misses. Rebound ni Poray. Nabitawan ng bola. Dives for it. Gets it to Pavillonar. Now with Ibanez. Poray from the corner this time. Yes!
Certainly a big shot that they need after that horrible third quarter that they had. Only 11 total points for Quezon City after they were able to come up with 38 in the first 2 quarters.
7 points para kay Puray. Nag-drive si Laude. Nabitawan ng bola. It will stay with Caloocan.
It's the improved defense of Caloocan that has really taken Quezon City out of its offensive rhythm in this game. They've been made to think twice about all their decisions on the floor.
Bunsubre, nahanap si Laude sa loob. And jogging Laude.
they're looking for the celly.
Wala.
Wala. Ayaw niya.
Ayaw niya. Hindi ko alam kung magna-night-night siya o mag-too small. Laude a bit confused. But I saw Paul Sanga with the too small celebration on the bench.
Guess who made that pass? Once again, June Bonsubre. 5 assists in this game.
May bonus to.
Yun na.
May bonus to. June Bonsubre. 5 assists?
5 assists.
Bah.
Wala pang points pero 4 rebounds and 5 assists.
A certain coach from Pampanga.
I wonder who.
Nasa Ilocos daw ngayon. Good luck pala sa mga natitirang team sa palarong pambansa. Ang team ko, pasok na.
Nakita ko nga.
With NCR, with that upset of NCR earlier, Western Visayas. I think may game ngayon ng Central Luzon led by Coach Pedic Di Matula.
Oh, okay.
Coach Aisel Santos as well is there.
Matindi na rin talaga ang nangyayari ngayon sa palarong pambansa. Hindi na lang talaga NCR ang...
I think Davao ang kalaban nila. I think this afternoon. Caloocan shooting 8 of 11 at the line. Mintis ang free throw ni Manday. And 11 points in the last game. Only took him 13 minutes to do that. against Imos.
3 out of 4 from three-point country. Still thought shooting here today, and he was really the one who set the tone.
When you have a player like, let's say like a Jeff Manday, which really is, ang ceiling is medyo unlimited, because he can go nuclear if he wants to, if may cases, grabe, it really gives you a lot of, unpredictability as a team. Parang, at any point he can explode for 25, 30 points.
That's a luxury that you definitely have if you're Coach Mike Sagigit. Maganda dyan, he's always gonna put the team first, but if you ask him to take over, he will.
Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Poray, this time on the other side. That won't go. Rebound ni Manday. Jeff Manday gives it up to Palencia. Extended minutes for Irvin Palencia after Tayongtong got hurt in the third. After that unfortunate fall earlier.
He's been doing a good job though, along with Jeff Manday in the backcourt para sa Caloocan. They have been responsible for controlling the pace para sa Batang Kangkalu.
Poray gives up the foul on JJ Manlangit. Straight returns for Havillonar. Cunanan is off the floor.
Cunanan's had a hard time here in the second half. I think it's the speed of both Manday and Palencia that has really made it difficult para sa kanya.
Palencia with 7 seconds to work with. The kick out to Manlangit for 3. Yes, good.
This is another weapon that hindi pa nga nila na ma-maximize in today's game. Ito si JJ Manlangit. This is also a guy that can take over for you offensively. But Franz Diaz trying to do just that para sa Quezon City ngayon. This is still very much manageable para sa kanila.
Consubre to Manlangit. Laude. That's a poor pass galing kay JJ Manlangit. But ito nga yung sinasabi natin. The key here for Coach Mike, as we bring you this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances, is that alam natin what Caloocan and the players that they have, kung ano ceiling nila. It's a matter of consistently getting to that ceiling every game. Kasi may nakita tayo na may certain points this season that they've been a bit inconsistent.
Correct. It's up to Coach Mike to find out how to motivate his boys and bring them to that kind of potential game in and game out. Kaya yun ang magiging challenge niya ngayon. From a time that he's been coaching teams with mostly young players, mostly developmental yung mga teams niya dati. First time niya na makahawak ng puro veterano talaga ngayon. At yung mga veterano niya, puro mga talented pa and players who have already won a lot during their career. So how do you now draw or earn the respect rather for them to follow what you want and for them to allow you to get these wins that you've already had?
Well, the context about this conversation really is about, because we know what the players are capable of. It's
Agreed.
not like we're still trying.
We're not questioning it at all.
Wala tayong
We're just trying to see kung paano niya gagawin.
and because in the first game of the season, I covered Caloocan's first game of the season here in the Astrodome. They were comfortably ahead in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah.
And then they lost to Cebu on a late run.
The Bobom Tapos just went ballistic in the fourth quarter.
And I think aside from the fact that there was a mystery around Cebu, there was also a bit of, complacency on the part of Caloocan.
Complacency, definitely the right term there. Kasi yun na nga alam na nga nila kung anong kaya nila. And sometimes they try to put it aside and they feel like just by knowing that they can do it, hindi na nila ginagawa. It becomes so much second nature to them that they put it aside too much and don't anymore pay much attention to it.
That's Diaz high off the glass and then. So now titingnan natin moving forward how Caloocan will try to navigate this long regular season that we have. Enriquez to Manday. Does not pull the trigger, pulls back. 6 seconds to work with. Manday the runner. And Jeff Manday, the quickness evident there para kay Jeff Manday.
Quickness and the explosiveness as well to blow by his defender, to work with a tough angle to lock down that floater on the baseline.
Rebound ni Enriquez. And Santos forced to give up the foul. I think when the Batang Caloo just sped the game up here in the second half, wala nang sagot dito ang Quezon City as we bring you fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play. On the go speaker, take your music anywhere, and you see here the finish from Jennifer Cabanag, but the foul that we saw earlier, Santos needing to give up a foul at half court kay Brian Enriquez, and the lack of awareness that they are over the limit. Speaks a lot kung paano wala ng pinapahirapan ito Caloocan ang Quezon City. Meanwhile, let's go to Gianna.
Well, quick updates for you guys. First on Joko Tayongtong, he is back on court right now. He admits na super sakit ang likod ng ulo niya after his fall. May malaking bukol siya, but he was able to ice it and really wanted to get back into the game. Actually, linuloko pa siya ni Chris Bitoon at Rail Cervantes na naawa daw sila sa sahig dahil matigas daw ang ulo ni Joko. But this only shows that he is willing to push through the pain. Now, as for QC naman, kinailangan ni Coach Jeff bigyan ng reality check ang kanyang koponan prior to entering this quarter. In his words, you put yourself in this position, adding that he feels there is no pride from his players when they play defense. Kaya sila rin lang daw ang makakatulong sa sarili nila. Make or miss daw on offense, they need to double team going back on defense. And most important, hustle, hustle, hustle. Sa quarter na ito, hindi daw tinitignan ng QC ang score. They just want to have the same control of the game as they did in the first half. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianna, and good to know that Joko Tayongtong is fine except for that lump at the back of his head. Pero ayokong i-second the motion yung sinabi eh. Parang baka negative eh. Diba?
But I mean, that just is really a testament to how he is tough as nails. Most players, most people will not anymore risk going back on the court. But that's just how much he wants to ensure this victory para sa Caloocan. I like the assessment made by Coach Jeff in that report by Gianna. Nawalan talaga ng pride itong Quezon City.
And a special deal for 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. It's really, maganda din dito. Sabi ni Coach Jeff, hanapan nyo ng solusyon yan. Nice pass. Kalahat with a finger roll.
Because there really are some times where kailangan mong ibigay sa mga player mo yung solusyon na kailangan nila sa mga problema on court. Because if the players seem to rely too much on their head coach, that's not really gonna make them grow as individuals as well.
Ray De La Rosa with a couple of threes here in the fourth. He's up to 9 points. 80-66 still. A 14-point lead para dito sa Caloocan, Batang Caloo. Brian Enriquez against Sarah Joseph. Enriquez spins, natapik ni Diaz. Diaz has Ingles to beat. Diaz lays it in. The lead is down to 12 for Caloocan. 3:42 remaining, and Coach Mike needs a timeout. Bago yan, let's bring in the fast break of the game. Brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners. We'll be right back. Next 3 games of Caloocan. They have a good one against Quezon on June 7. June 16, Marikina ang kalaban. And on June 23, Manila, Batang Quiapo.
That's something to look forward to, that June 7 game against the Quezon Huskers. I think that's also going to be a good barometer kung nasan na ang Caloocan under this tenure of Coach Mike Sagigit.
I think that game will be in Lucena.
Oh,
Sabado yan eh.
yeah, that's next week.
Ano yan, out of town game. Pressure here. Enriquez in trouble. Oh, he recovers. Ingles down low. Kalahat is denied.
That's good recovery from Jason Strait. But what about the feed by Ingles, threading the needle with that pass to Kalahat?
Plenty of time on the shot clock here for Caloocan. You have 10 seconds. Kalahat gets it back to Palencia. The fadeaway won't go. A stop by Quezon City.
That's not a good shot there by Palencia. Still had some seconds on the shot clock. Could have kicked it out for a better look.
And Ibanez misses the runner. Ingles tracks it down. Palencia. Inabantay ni Ray de la Rosa. Time on the side of the Batang Calu. 3 minutes to go. Up by 12 against Quezon City. Ingles. They go to Enriquez. Nice fake. Enriquez in and out. And look at Kalahat and Sarah Joseph. Diaz. Against Enriquez. France gets in the lane. The kick out. Ray de la Rosa. No good on the 3. Kalahat secures the rebound.
Follow through pa lang, alam mo ng flat eh.
Ingles to Beichong. Enriquez. They're really taking their time here, the Batang Calu. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Enriquez will fire. Short. Ingles with the offensive rebound. Won't go. Diaz running the floor. Has Sarah Joseph there. The kick out. Ibanez for 3. No. Beichong secures the rebound, and both teams coming up dry dun sa kanilang opensa here in the last few sequences.
Both baskets looking like they have lids on them. It's a pity for Quezon City because they've been able to generate the stops, but they haven't been able to make the shots.
Nice pass inside. Beichong with a strong move.
Quality minutes in this game para kay Alvin Beichong. Only 4 points, but the time that he's been on the floor, he's played good defense, and he's been able to make himself available for passes like that.
And Sarah Joseph is whistled for the foul. Si Laude, narinig ko ha.
Ano sabi?
Siya na nagdesisyon.
Na si Romel ang titira?
Hindi, pala desisyon. Si Romel daw ang best player. Narinig ko na advance mag-isip.
The professor nga yan eh, si Jogi Laude. Sabi niya, kanina kasi ka-shooting niya si Brian Enriquez. Sabi niya, ang hirap na itong ka-shooting ko, di ka maintindihan. Nag-i-English kasi.
Dapat turuan niya.
Yun na nga. Sabi ko, akala ba ikaw yung the professor?
Wala yung glasses
Yun
niya eh. 83-68. 15-point lead all over, but the final score here, Rai knocks it down. Back to a 12-point deficit. Kalahat is done. 22 points and 6 rebounds for Romel Kalahat. They get it across. Enriquez to Beichong. A minute remaining, a foul. And Beichong will have 2 free throws. Oh. He did not. He wanted the timeout after the free throw. Coach Jeff.
I think he thought that Caloocan was the one who called the timeout. Buti na lang sinabi. So I think play will continue here. And Baichong will be shooting the 2 free throws.
Wei Chong gets the first one to drop. And 1 for 2. Kunanan to Diaz. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 50 on the game clock. Diaz loses it. He recovers. Kunanan. Ooh, masyado mababa ang pasa. Baichong. Bigay kay Ingles. Short on the 3. Manlangit with the rebound. And Palencia will dribble it out. And gusto pang ibigay kay Baichong ang turnover. Ayun. Alvin Baichong would have none of it.
Parang si Irvin sabi, may isahan pa sana kita.
Timeout muna tayo. 16 seconds remaining. Coach Jeff wants to map out a final play para sa Quezon City. .16 seconds remaining in the game. 14 on the shot clock. Quezon City down 13 and naagaw pa ni Ingles ang bola. (84-71). That's the final score here at the Pasay Astrodome. Caloocan reaching double figures in wins this season. 10-4 ang kanilang record. Third win as a coach for Dakbatang Kangkalu para kay Coach Mike Sagigit. It's been an auspicious start para sa kanya in his tenure dito sa Caloocan. Quezon City continues to struggle. They drop to 3-10. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Romel Calahat with that massive third quarter performance helping Caloocan pull away from this contest. He is our best player of the game, finishing with 22 points and 6 boards. He only had 1 point in the first 2 quarters, exploded for 21 in the second half, and that's where it finished here. 84-71 for the Batang Kangkalu. Let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Congratulations to our best player of the game, Romel Calahat of Caloocan. He had his season high of 22 points. Actually, 18 of your points were in the third quarter. Ang QC nga had control of the game sa first half. So ano yung nakapag-push sa'yo na magbigay ng energy at momentum sa inyong team, especially in the third quarter?
Unang-una po, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoong Diyos, binigay sa amin yung panalo. Ayun nga po, nasa isip ko lang, syempre, focus na ako sa game. Lalo na kanina, ano lang, yung scoring, habol-habol lang eh. Syempre, kailangan mag-step up kasi off yung mga key guys namin. Kailangan mag-step up, yun lang nasa isip ko po.
Romel, ang inyong next game nga ay against the Quezon Huskers. Napanood nga namin na nanalo kayo against last year's national champions Pampanga. Ano naman ang plano nyo para sa South Division champions from last year na Quezon?
Ang masabi ko lang po, hindi pa rin ako titigil sa ipupush ko pa rin yung sarili ko. Yun nga, yung sinabi din sa amin ni Coach Mike, yung game na to, kumbaga, po sa amin to, stepping stone po na makalaban namin yung Quezon para matalo po namin sila. Ayun lang.
We are excited to witness that. I'm sure maraming proud na proud sa inyo. Sino ang gusto mong pasalamatan?
Unang-una, napapasalamat ako sa Panginoong Diyos. Yun nga po, nagpapasalamat kami sa walang sawang suporta nila Mayor Along Malapitan, Kong Oka, and Konsi Enteng Malapitan, Lexi Malapitan, at sa mga sponsors, thank you. Yan Colors, Hip Top LPG, Stay Cool Clothing, World Balance, Mandarin Sky, Father Well na nasa Jerusalem, Pastor Jerry of GCF Caloocan. Binabati ko din yung pamilya ko, papa ko, mama ko na Saudi, kapatid ko, and then yung girlfriend ko nasa Laguna, si Arian Lopez and Bibi Nana, sa pamilya din niya. Thank you, yun na po.
Thank you very much and congratulations to our best player of the game, Romel Calahat of the Caloocan Batangkang Kalu. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victor. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you, Sidelf and Javi.
And thank you kay Gianna and of course kay Romel Calahat leading itong Caloocan Batangkang Kalu to their 10th victory of the season. Up next, Zamboanga takes on the Davao Occidental Tigers dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Babalik kami dito sa Pasay Astrodome.